Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Mr. Shahnawaz Ali. This is Shahnawaz. फ्रेंड्स इस वीडियो में हम लोग डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी करेंगे। इससे पहले फंडामेंटल राइट्स और भी पार्ट हो चुके हैं इम्पॉर्टेंट आर्टिकल्स में। अब आज DPSP करेंगे और इनके अलावा जितने भी पार्ट हैं इसमें लगभग 17 पार्ट्स इसमें बन चुके हैं इस वीडियो सीरीज़ के। वो सब एक सेपरेट प्लेलिस्ट में सब रखा गया है। इसी चैनल पेज पे जाएंगे तो एक प्लेलिस्ट सेक्शन में जाके एक सेपरेट प्लेलिस्ट आपको मिलेगा। आप जाके सारा पार्ट आप देख सकते हैं। आज स्टार्ट कर देंगे DPSP पार्ट 4 of the Indian Constitution, and this is the 18th part of our video series. Directive Principles of State Policy, Article 36 to 51. Directive principles are broad guiding principles that states shall keep in mind while formulating policies and enacting laws. These are non-justiciable in nature. Article 36 to 37, definition and application of the principles contained in this part. Article 38, to secure and protect a social order which stands for the welfare of the people. Article 39, certain principles of policy to be followed by the state. Article 40, to organize village panchayats as units of self-government. Article 41, right to work, to education and public assistance in certain cases. Article 42, to secure just and humane conditions of work and maternity leave. Article 43, living wage etc. for workers to promote cottage industries. Article 44, Uniform Civil Code for the citizens. Article 45, provision of early childhood care and education to children below the age of 6 years. Article 46, to promote the educational and economic interest of weaker sections of the people, especially the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Article 47, improvement of public health and the prohibition of intoxicating drinks and drugs. Article 48, organization of agriculture and animal husbandry on modern lines. Article 49, to protect all monuments of historic interest and national importance. Article 50, to bring about the separation of the judiciary from the executives. Article 51, promotion of international peace and security. Part 4A, Fundamental Duties, Article 51A. It was inserted by the 42nd Amendment Act in 1976 on the recommendations of Swarn Singh Committee. It was inspired by the Constitution of erstwhile USSR. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. B. To cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so, to promote harmony and the spirit of the common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic and regional or sectional diversities, to renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture, to protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures, to develop scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and to abjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity so that the nation constantly rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievements. The 86th Amendment Act 2002 inserted Article 51A(k), each parent or guardian to provide opportunities for education to his child or ward between the age of 6 and 14 years. Part 5, a union, Article 52 to 151. The President, executive head of the state and the first citizen of India. The 42nd Amendment Act amendment of the Constitution has made it obligatory on the part of the President to accept the advice of the Council of Ministers. However, 44th Amendment Act amended the word obligatory and added that President can send the advice for reconsideration. Qualifications: must be a citizen of India of 35 years in age, eligible to be a member of the Lok Sabha, and must not hold any office of profit. Election: indirectly elected through the Electoral College, consisting of elected members of both the houses of the Parliament and the elected members of the Legislative Assemblies of the states, and elected members of the Legislative Assemblies of Union Territories of Delhi and Puducherry. Members of the Legislative Councils have no right to vote in the presidential election. Supreme Court decides all disputes regarding president's election. Tenure: the term is 5 years through, though there is no upper limit on the number of times a person can become the president. Article 57. He can give resignation to the vice president before the full term. The salary of president is 5 lakh per month. In case the office of the president falls vacant due to death, resignation, or removal, the vice president acts as the president. If he is not available, then Chief Justice of India. If not, then the senior most judges of Supreme Court shall act as the President of India. The first president who died in the office was Dr. Zakir Hussain. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad was the second president to die in office. Justice M. Hidayatullah was the first Chief Justice of India to be appointed as the President, July 1969 to August 1969. Impeachment procedure. It is a quasi-judicial procedure. President can be impeached only on the grounds of violation of the Constitution, Article 61. The impeachment procedure can be initiated in either house of the Parliament. Powers of President. He is the formal head of the administration. The President shall have the power to appoint and remove high authorities like the Prime Minister, other ministers of the Union, judges, governors of states, and appoints Chief of Army, Navy, and Air Force. He nominates 12 members of the Rajya Sabha from persons of literature, art, science, and social work, and 2 members in the Lok Sabha of the Anglo-Indian community. Note: the Parliament has passed 126th Amendment Bill in December 2019, doing away with the provision of Anglo-Indian to Lok Sabha and some state assemblies. Declares wars and conclude peace subject to the approval of the Parliament. President has the veto power. Under Article 72, the President has the power to grant pardons, reprieve, respite, or remission of punishment, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted with death sentence. Under Article 123, President can promulgate ordinances when the Parliament is not in session. Types of vetoes: absolute veto, withholding the assent to the bill. Qualified veto can be overridden by the legislature with a higher majority. Suspensive veto can be overridden by the legislature with an ordinary majority. Pocket veto, delay in giving assent to the bill. The veto power has been exercised only twice, by Dr. Rajendra Prasad and by Dr. Venkata Raman. President of India is vested with 3 veto: absolute veto, suspensive veto, and pocket veto. There is no qualified veto in the case of Indian President. Emergency powers. To declare national emergency, Article 352. To impose president rule in a state, Article 356. To declare financial emergency, Article 360.